What up, G-Life? It's your boy, MC Shadow, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You know, it does help my channel get into the algorithm. I'd highly appreciate if you go ahead and do that. Don't forget to check out my second channel, Man in Society, M.O.D, where we talk about stuff outside of the streets. Now, what I wanted to get into was actually a video I seen yesterday, right? But I had already been told this about the subject. Homie, Eric Gomez. I know you had hit me up on the email, and Spencer, I ain't even gonna lie, my boy, it completely slipped my head, about doing the video. I know I said I was gonna do it, but I get a lot of requests and so many videos and emails that, sometimes, it's just hard to get through it all or manage it all. But I seen West Coast Graffiti, go subscribe to West Coast Graffiti. I seen him talking about it, and it reminded me, of the question you had asked me, right? Which is, what is my thoughts on what Tony A, the wizard from Rodon Radio, had said about, podcasters, right? And first of all, this is just my opinion, right? I'm not looking to hate on the channel or hate on, start beef or anything like that. This is merely just my opinion on the matter, right? Because I was asked, and, I want to share it. Right? Because, I'm, a little bit of both worlds, right? I interview individuals that have interviewed rappers, and I myself do music, right? Now, first of all, shout out to everybody out there that's grinding on YouTube, that's looking to make it and succeed, and, is doing what they like to do, right? Despite, for whatever reason, financial, motivational, or just, therapeutic, whatever reason that people do their channel, but, I take my hats off to the grind, right? Now, he had said, if you don't do music, that he feels that you shouldn't be interviewing people, right? He feels you shouldn't be interviewing, rappers and stuff like that. That's one of the problems that's wrong with, social media, right? And with that, I'm gonna have to disagree, right? You don't have to do music or be a professional podcaster and stuff like that in order to build up your channel and bring individuals on your channel and interview them, right? Because you're doing something in which you like, right? It's like people don't have to do music in order to understand what good music is, right? Or to know what good music is, right? Or to even speak on the thing that they like, right? Because it's the masses and the consumer that evidently makes the artist who they are, you know what I mean? The artist could rap and everything like that, but if the consumer, the audience is not, buying into it, then therefore that artist flops or is not even an artist in general, right? Because, people don't, it's the masses that builds up the success of individuals, right? So without them, they are nobody, right? So therefore, you do need these people, right? So they do play a part in the success or in the culture in one way or another, right? Literally, So if you have the charisma, if you feel like this is something that you want to do, pursue, and stuff like that, right? If if it blows up, then it blows up. If the channel's blowing up, if the channel's doing big numbers and it's succeeding, and if even to catch the attention of, rappers themselves, and be on their channel, then that already shows that people like, what they're watching, right? So people can't say that it's not working or is messing up the game if it's succeeding, right? If, the people are just only growing and growing, therefore people like it and they must be doing something right? And I think that that's the problem that certain individuals have, right? That they put in all this work and effort, and now individuals just get to come and do it like that. There's two kind of people in this world, right? There's the people that invent stuff to make it easier for others, right? Even though this person had to educate himself and work hard, to create this item, he did it because he wanted it to be a lot easier for others, to do what, he was able to accomplish. Tips my hands off to it. While there's others who, sacrifice to and everything like that, and they keep it a secret because they felt like, I have to put in this hard work, so everyone else has to put in the hard work just like I had to put it. So you have two different kinds of people. One that wants to help, individuals grow, and then one that feels like people have to get it on their own like he did. You know what I mean? I'm not here to judge either one, which one's right and which one's wrong. I'm just saying the two different types of opinion characters there is in this world, right? It goes back to saying, do you see the cup half empty or half full? There's people that see it half empty, and there's people that see it half full, right? Depends just what kind of person you are. Now, me overall, I prefer individuals who create stuff to help others do it a lot easier, right? Since I started my channel, right, there's individuals who started channels similar to mine, right? And I never once have said they took my idea, they stole my idea, they're trying to be like me, or me hating on these channels. I have even shouted them out on my channel, right? Because I don't care if I inspired individuals to do similar things, right? If they end up succeeding, passing me or whatever, then I tip my hats off. That's right, homie. You did your thing. I'm not gonna be bitter or upset about it. You know what I mean? Um, be grateful and humble with what you got. You know what I mean? Appreciate just life for what it is, instead of just being salty. You know what I mean? Not saying for 28, but I'm saying overall in general, right? Um, because life's too short to be, worrying and stressing over stuff like that, right? That's it, in all true facts is irrelevant. Um, because if it's working, if people are watching and it's succeeding, then they're doing something right, right? Because they might have a passion for it, right? These people that, I watch a lot of these channels that I watch more smaller channels than bigger channels, right? I like to support, smaller businesses as well. That's just, what I like to do, these big people, I feel like, there's enough money around to go around. So why try to keep people down, I think that that's very unfair. Um, right now, they say like interviewing rappers that are nobodies and stuff like that. When I could speak for this now. I feel like everybody has a talent, everybody has a story, right? And people are willing to hear this story. You see it every day in an interaction, between society, right? When you go to a party, you see somebody at a party, you guys are just chilling, chopping it up. This guy's telling a story, and everybody's just paying attention to the guy telling the story. People have stories to tell, and people are gonna listen, right? That's it. That's in our nature to interact with each other, and to like to communicate and conversate and stuff like that, right? So that's why YouTube is so successful, right? People just like mingling with each other and just hearing people's stories, regardless if these people are successful, famous, or like I said, because we all live lives, we have all had battles, obstacles, and all of that, and there is an audience out there that's willing to hear. I know that this people like to build this hierarchy, right? Where it's like, well, you're nobody, so therefore people shouldn't pay attention to you, which is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard, right? If this person's trying to grind and succeed, but I know how it is, bigger platforms don't give these people an opportunity, right, to even show their skills, right? Like people say you don't people say that they want to help individuals grow, right? But in order for them to help them, they need to have a buzz already. People need to know who they are already. If people already know who they are and they have a buzz, then why do they need you to advertise them? Or how are you helping them if they're already having a buzz? Isn't the whole point of helping somebody to help them get a buzz? Why are you going to want to help them once they already have a buzz? Then you're not looking for them to help you. You're not looking for you to help them. You're looking for them to help you. You know what I'm saying? And overall views and stuff like that. I believe in helping somebody, regardless, right? Even if the artist, needs some work still. Tupac, as soon as he grabbed the mic, he wasn't a pro. Neither was Dr. Dre or Easy or any of these rappers, right? It took some work, and little by little, they started getting better and better. Compare, their first album to their, recent albums, big ass difference, right? It's a work in process. It's a work in process, right? So I can understand why individuals, see potential in individuals and wanting to help them out. And why not, right? But if you just choose not to help individuals and let them just grind it out on their own and then say that you're looking to help them, then that's a lie already. So I can understand why these platforms, do that. They're helping each other, I can't be upset when people are trying to help people, bro. I just can't. I don't see how that's wrong. I don't see how it's messing up the game. It's not. They're growing, and that's why individuals don't like that. They grow, and and it's like, why do they get to grow so easy when I had to do all this and that? But we can't be upset at that. You know what I mean? We can only applaud at somebody's success, right? That they're achieving something and that they're growing. You know what I mean? Like I said, if it's something that they like and they're interested, they don't have to be an expert in it to know, the overall, the basics of how it works, or to interview somebody, right? Because you don't need some special classes for that, right? Um, I mean, Tony A himself has said he never took no classes for interviewing people and stuff like that or anything like that, and he just winged it. And look at his platform, it grew. So why can't others do the same, right? Because interviewing artists is different from making music and beats, right? It's not the same thing. So therefore, um, it's like saying, well, you didn't have no experience in that either. Even though you knew the music aspect and game to it, it's not the same thing as interviewing somebody, right? Um, that's why Tupac can't be wasn't an anchor man or something, working at the news or making documentaries interviewing people, right? Uh, because he probably was like, well, what do I know about interviewing people? I'm a rapper. Um, you know what I mean? But like I said, if this is what you would like to do, if you know how to ask questions and engage in conversations with individuals, and keep an interview running the way it should, not saying hey, you have to be an expert in producing and all that stuff, right? You could even get people to help you with that, right? But if you do it yourself, it doesn't matter if it's low budget, if it's mistakes here and there. People understand, right? As long as it's a good interview and they're answering the questions that people want to know, they could care less if it's filmed with $1 million equipment or straight from a cell phone, bro. As long as it's a good interview, and they're hearing the stuff that they want to hear, that's all they truly care about. You know, People spend too much time worrying about the image of how they look and the backgrounds and stuff like that. They worry more about that than the actual physical, interaction, right? You could have this chingon setup, but if you lack the question asking or the ability or the charisma, right, to keep conversations going, then it doesn't matter how good you look and how good the equipment is. The interview is gonna be trash, bro. Right? And that's all I'm just saying, right? I can't hate on individuals for grinding, and I tip my hats to those who succeed off of this, right? And I don't see nothing wrong with that at all, at all. Now, I can see why people could be upset, that people are succeeding when they had to, grind it out. But, you know what I mean? We can't be mad at other people's, great accomplishments, even though they may have had an easier path to them. They're succeeding, bro, and you can't be mad when somebody's succeeding. Overall, that's just my opinion on the matters. What do you guys think? Leave your opinions in the comments. Shadow, we out.